Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome to the Peak. I'm Nick, and this is Peak D&D. We're up here in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado at 9,000 feet, bringing you high fantasy. Ha. We're about to jump into our playthrough of Into the Fey, a 5e Dungeons & Dragons module by Luke Hart from the DM Lair. You can check out his Kickstarter at the link below and pre-order your own copy of Into the Fey for your D&D group. It's a really well-designed module that is great for DMs of all skill levels. It's got a lot of guidance and insight. Even brand new DMs will have a blast with this module. Now, our version of the campaign is still taking place during the playtest portion of the module. Some names and places have been changed to protect the innocent, and we've adapted some of the maps and encounters every now and then to keep it lively. But this should give you a good feel for Luke's style of adventure with a little bit of Peak D&D flavoring for good measure. Don't forget to do all of the things that every YouTuber asks you to do, and let's roll some dice, shall we? Join us as we travel into the Fey. Roll music! Greetings, friends, and welcome back to Peak D&D. We're the people, let's do the thing.
Yes.
So, when last we left our heroes, you guys were at Fort Ravenbranch, having recently saved the Dancing Meadery from bankruptcy at the hands of some very thirsty satyrs. You got yourself a cool magic dagger because you gave your boss a magic bottle. And Ghourd had a bad dream, and that's about where we left some things off, I think.
I did have a bad dream.
Go on.
I don't know,
Country,
something.
You need to talk about it?
Something scabbing over Helm. And the beats were attacking me.
Whoa. Helm is your god, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm up to speed. Keep going.
Of course he is. I have not said praise Helm like every single session.
This is new information to me. I'm sorry.
Anyways, I went to sleep last night and I was just fine, but then this dream felt very real, and all of a sudden these beats started attacking me, and then I finally fended them off. I looked up at the sun and it was nice and bright and stuff, and there was the hand of Helm, you know, the symbol of Helm.
Yes, I'm
with the
familiar.
eyeball, and then it started scabbing over. And then the beats started attacking me again, and then I do remember right before I woke up, there was a white stag that I feel like I needed to follow.
Right.
And then I woke up.
White stag, you say?
That cannot be a good omen if I'm having them dreams.
Well, that sounds like a very scary dream, and I'm so sorry that you have to experience
The beats.
that.
Not the beats! No!
Does a white stag mean anything to me or to?
You can roll knowledge, roll on planes.
Is it like history?
Oh, right, that's not a thing anymore.
It's not a thing no more.
Arcana, nature, history. Choose one.
3.5 brain.
Just an intelligence check?
Yeah, so Arcana it would be the most relevant.
Yes. It's 5. 23.
Wow.
23, all right. You think you've probably, you've definitely heard it mentioned before. Typically in stories about the Fey, the more benevolent ones are depicted as being bright or alabaster-hued. It sounds like that might have been some sort of genuine, touch of the Fey in his dreams.
Mm-hmm.
If it was, it probably wasn't the same force that was,
Right.
It's weird. That dream he described sounds weird and uncomfortable to you, and probably also the work of Fey magic. So it kind of sounds like two different Fey both are messing with Ghourd's dreams.
Interesting. I believe there is more at play here than meets the eye about this dream. I don't know that it was just a run-of-the-mill dream.
I mean, especially with the Vex Mortem we've been fighting and whatever the Summer Court, it seems like something's going on.
It seems that the internal wars of the Fey are bleeding even into your mind, young Ghourd.
They're bleeding in the helm!
Yes. We must make sure that that does not come to pass.
Absolutely not.
Illinsworth, you were...
I mean, I was being chased by bees in a dream that I had 2 nights ago. But I didn't have any good Fey to come rescue me.
Did you tell us this already?
No, I don't feel the need to
This
talk
is the
about
first
it.
time.
Wait, you had a
I
weird
don't
dream
share
too?
my feelings.
Yeah, what is
Listen.
What are you talking about?
All right, everyone.
What was your dream about?
I was being attacked by bees!
And I was being attacked
Show
by
us on this
bees.
doll where the bees stung.
Exactly, everywhere. They touched me everywhere. It wasn't pleasant. I don't like talking about non-pleasant things.
Sure.
I don't like reliving these
I
things.
understand, but it might prove to be important.
Well, I'm hungry now.
Fair enough.
I'll tell you when
hungry
I'm
too.
sad and happy. I'll tell you when I...
Well, I think in our group sessions, I think we should all be a little more open. Is all I'm trying to say. The
I
drum
agree.
circle is at 10 o'clock sharp.
Save it for group.
Save it for group, man.
Fair enough, but that was, yeah.
Oh, also, I told you that I was going to forget to tell you what the letter that you found in Rakosha's pocket said.
Oh, yeah.
And I kept that promise. Would you like to know what
You
that
are
letter
a
said?
forthright man.
So,
appreciate it.
let's see. There we go, flavor text. My dear Rakosha, your concerns are well founded, but I'm certain Zuquin will ultimately come on board with the plan. Think of it this way. The drink at the meadery will eventually run out, causing disappointment throughout Degi. However, imagine what high regard your fellow satyrs would hold you in when you put forth another source of drink and merriment, this one inexhaustible, as I have told you. And then, with the entire village behind you, Zuquin will have no choice but to support the notion of seeking out my sister Ethel in Croaking Swamp. You might also reach out to her operatives at Old Gibbinack on the material plane if that is more convenient. Remember that the future belongs to the bold and the way of the past belongs only to the dead or dying. Your people stand to gain much by allying with the Vex Mortem Fey, and you could be the satyr to lead them to that glorious future. It is signed CLS.
Again.
We've seen before. Have we decided who that is?
I think, yes, we know who it is.
Who was it?
It's Lucy.
That might be what the L stands for.
It's Chittering Lucy Slopgrove. We've heard her name before.
Oh, that's her name?
She introduced herself to us as
Oh,
such.
okay.
Yeah,
was it-
she did in fact say that.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Was that when you got ran out?
That's what I dreamed about.
Oh, fair.
Wait, you had a dream too?
Was that no? But I've just now that I've seen the initials a second time, I'm like, wait a minute. The only other person that we've and she's a hag. Oftentimes they have sisters and at
Interesting.
least coven members and things like
Okay.
that. I think from what I've read in my manga. But
Your warlock manga.
Right.
right.
Yes, I would like to see some of those pictures.
Well remembered, Ben.
So Lucy, the one that was chasing us around in the Fae,
Yes, the decrepit
is
old
trying
one with
to
the
get
toes.
Rakosha to have the
So
satyrs.
Rakosha's the leader of the bad satyrs,
Right.
and the one that we took home.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she was trying to get Rakosha to get all the satyrs to work with Vex Mortem.
She knew that Joaquin Zuquin wasn't going to
Do that.
side with the Vex Mortem, so she
Right.
was trying to play her pony
Gotcha.
in Rakosha. It seems that these are the pieces that I'm putting together right
Well, certainly seen that wheat one over the satyrs before.
yes, I believe we've foiled that plan, at least for now.
Yes.
And the portal's closed, so. But this inexhaustible supply of mead, that's concerning.
Certainly interesting. Well, or exciting, depending on your perspective.
It could be
That's
quite
going to
lucrative.
flood the market.
Yeah, but considering we just lost 50 G's of our product, that might not be a terrible thing to go investigate.
That's also true.
very
Not to
true.
mention, where was the place in the privaterial?
The place of
Old
the present.
Gibby.
Old Gibbinack.
Old Gibbinack. Does that name mean anything to any of us? Or the dwarves?
Actually, it's not impossible. You might have heard it referenced around Aeredale. Why don't you roll just straight intelligence, Illinsworth?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Hey!
Natural 20.
All right.
Boom.
Oh, Old Gibbeynack. Yeah, there used to be a halfling village a ways to the east of Aeredale. It was abandoned at some point, and a couple of the older halflings in town are from there. But yeah, mostly it's just occasionally referenced.
Okay.
Might be a good place to stage an invasion if it's abandoned.
And that's where the exhaustible sauce source of mead was?
Yes,
The exhaustible
sauce.
You want some sauce?
Inexhaustible sauce. Well, I see a plan coming together, personally.
Yeah.
But
And
that's
what-
just me.
The croaking.
The Croaking Swamp was also
Swamp.
mentioned. That's not a place you've ever heard of.
Wasn't that in the Fey, though, according to the letter?
That, it by implication, it may well be in the Fey Wild,
Right.
yes.
Because it
There's
was
another
it was juxtaposed.
Sister.
It's
Another one like Lucy.
sister.
That's a bad thing. If there's more than one of them running around,
Maybe she's the
I
good sister.
would assume. It's like the Good Witch of the North, maybe.
I mean, if she's
Yeah,
the
that's
good
probably what
sister,
it is.
then-
If she shows up in a soap bubble, I think we're fine.
I like it. I like it. I mean, we're already told to keep hold of our shoes. So,
True.
Always wear your shoes. Is everyone wearing their shoes?
actually, I think we should all get an extra pair of shoes that we should keep with us
I
next
would-
time we are in Airedale.
I'm
Just in
sure
case.
that may come in handy one day, maybe.
Speaking of, have we checked in with your bosses? I mean, he handed us that cool dagger that, by the way, which we should check out.
That we should
Start
probably
with
check
my
that out.
Do we have any other plans for the day? Do we know anything about?
We got
We have some things we need to do.
coming over to
Hey, careful,
talk
man.
to us. No, it's great.
You're
It's
picking
great.
your teeth with it.
I am.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Lorbrun told you that he would try to call in a favor or two. It would
Okay.
probably take a couple of days to get somebody out here.
Very well.
Gotcha.
Yes, that was my question.
And the dwarves, for their part, are kind of packing up and getting ready to head back to the meadery, having strained their welcome by commandeering the kitchen for the better part of 12 hours.
The fort is primarily like humans and lumberjacks.
Yeah, it's mostly
or-
the lumberjacks and their administrators. Basically, there's a small a lumberjacking museum. It's a total tourist trap, but yeah, it's
Ooh, let's get
basically
let's get a
just-
poster.
Yeah, is there souvenirs?
yeah, it's the timber industry is important to Aeredale, and this is where the lumberjacks live and work.
I need a new keychain.
Well, if we have access to a wizard, someone who knows magic, there's some things that we've encountered that we haven't unpacked yet, but I think they might be worth a look at.
I mean, I would certainly possessions and for whatever to do next about this Vex Mortem problem. Seems like a wizard is
Well, I'm
where we
hoping that
need.
the answers are in. I pull out the Bed of Use journal. And I'm hoping that this will lead us down. At least clue us into what their plan is, or something, perhaps. But
I mean, kind of like Rakosha's ladder. It'll give us a clue.
yes,
Anything.
I think we should. But it sounds like we have a little bit of time on our hands.
Yeah.
And probably not.
You've also gained a couple of levels since the last time you tried to figure out what the hell that journal said. Maybe you could try rolling on it again.
I suppose.
Maybe we're to spend an afternoon on it.
I mean, it has just been in our backpack for
It's in some crazy like.
quite some time.
Maybe once we get back to our lodging, we can. I'll try to do that. I'll take a look at some of these things and see if I might glean any insight from them. Unless anyone else feels more qualified. You've trafficked in exotic items and things, and have you come across any magical things in your day?
No, man, you're the smartest magic person I know.
Well, that's
Terrible.
That's
It's
terrible for
terrifying.
all of us.
I know, it's terrifying. You're the one that inspired me to become a little bit magical. So,
Well,
I
fair
mean,
enough.
I'm flattered. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's
And
great.
are we headed back to the Rosethorn then for a day or two?
It's until we have word that this wizard is
Absolutely.
available to us, and I think he'll probably come to the meadery.
And we should probably get some more of them health potions too.
Ah, yes.
Those did seem handy.
Currently, what
Gold
are
star,
these-
Ghourd.
Gold star.
You get extra inspiration.
Yes, we will be going back.
Yeah, you
do I have any
Bastards
left?
never use your inspiration.
I
so-
use mine.
I'm saving it. Although I should have used it when we talked to my father. I
Giant
realized
robot
that.
crab syndrome.
Giant robot.
You could get some inspiration about
I
Bedeview's journal.
And
we
we
have
can
we have
also-
one. I have one potion of healing.
I have
none.
one as well.
So I think we have two between us, between the party.
So let's
And
go
then-
back to.
Well, that's helpful for our
restock.
travels there, but we definitely need a
Yes. All right.
Chew up.
So yes, let's hang tight, lay low. Let's not let anybody know, my dad included, that we're in town. Unless you need.
Oh yeah, no, I just want to leave the fort. I mean, I did rob this house to get this turtle shell to make this dagger, so the least amount of time.
You did, in fact, steal that.
Yeah, so I really don't want to stay here anymore.
We'll go let's
Your
not
mom's
walk Ghourd. Let's
Well,
not
we
walk
did
Ghourd by the
need it.
lost and found.
Yes.
Like the community
Hey.
post boards.
Lorbrum needed it, and he was crazy, so I'll let that one slide.
Okay, good.
You
Yes,
are-
the slippery slope.
Yeah, you didn't ask the old dwarf lady what happens if you don't get the stuff you need when you're in the grips of the
No,
Fey
he
mood.
seemed
uh,
possessed.
Probably
so.
not a good thing. Either way.
Weird little bit of magic that only seems to work on dwarves.
I say we head back to Aeredale and check in with our good friend. Pablo seems to know a lot of people, so he might have some information for us as
Bartenders
well.
tend to.
And we do need to go visit. So it sounds like we have two or so days.
Yep,
Is that right?
2-ish days.
So I think we'll restock on our potions. We'll just sort of lay low, and maybe I'll attempt to look at the journal and or some of Bed of Use items and some of the other things that we've come across.
Yeah, certainly.
Could I think probably out. I don't know if I could tell anything about your dagger. That's my question. Like, would you like me to take a look at it in any way? I don't.
Max,
know.
when you spend a little bit of time with the dagger, you think you'll have a pretty good idea of what it does.
Cool. Find the balance point. Do that cool stuff, like sitting and throwing it at the wall and stuff. Cool montage.
Yeah, for like being made out of just an iron ingot
And a
it's
turtle
actually
shell.
Pretty nice.
In a frying pan.
Yeah, in a frying pan.
Cold eye.
It's got grill marks on it, probably from where the metal of whatever he was forging it in.
Does it smell good?
What's that?
Does it smell good?
A little bit like flapjacks, yeah.
Oh, awesome. I kind of just like
Pancake dagger.
Is that what you're going to name it?
No, it just
You're
tastes
gonna
like
name it
iron.
flapjack.
flapjack. Oh, maybe I will.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's the honey gut dagger. I feel like I should give it back at some point. We'll see.
It's on loan for you because you're the best person to put it in the hands of.
I think
Yes.
Those are words.
so. Those are barely.
Those are-
They certainly are.
Let's go. It's still early in the morning. I'm not used to being up this early.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Onward.
Alrighty, so your trip back to Aeredale is uneventful. You managed to avoid random encounters, and you get back to town around midday. Find Aeredale much as you left it. It has not been conquered in your absence.
Cool.
Thank God. Thank him.
Are the is the berry groves and some of the food sources, are those a little
You see
more-
fewer people begging on the main road,
That's
so
good.
that it seems like
Good sign.
that's a good sign. Yeah, when the game wasn't coming in and the berry grove wasn't safe, you saw like a dozen people lined up on the row.
Yeah.
You just see like a couple of people today. Cool. And you're pretty sure you know one of them, and he's like working angles on it.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. You do, however, see that somebody there. Well, roll perception. Let's see if you see.
All of us?
Yeah, as you're coming into town.
17.
Ooh.
And
18.
-1.
13.
13.
Wait for it.
That's actually everyone got enough. So you guys all see. There's like the guards are like standing with their halberds as you approach. There's one guy who's like up on the wall who's like just kind of like keeping a lookout. You think you see like a tuft of blonde hair and a bow kind of like sneak up behind the guard.
Does that?
Do we know who that is?
Yeah. Does that?
You don't recognize
Like on the
bow.
castellation? Like on the wall?
On top of the wall, yeah. There's like a platform. It's mostly just logs.
Yeah.
That are it's palisade style, but they have like an actual platform built up over the entrance.
If I see that, I'll probably point to him and be like, "Hey, look out!"
The guard's like, "Huh? What?" He turns around and falls down, like almost like his shoelaces have been tied together.
Oh no.
You hear laughter from somewhere.
Okay.
Are there other guards up there?
There's a couple of them on the ground. There's just the one guy who's up top.
I'll send Gorman to fly up and check it out, see before whatever that is disappears.
All right, so Gorman flies up.
Pseudo dragon.
Go, Gorman, go!
The guard does not think you're under attack, but he's under attack by dragons.
Oh, good.
Like,
Don't worry,
hey,
he's on our side.
all right, get out of there. He kind of like shoos the dragon away, and Gorman empathically suggests small laughter.
Yes. Good,
Can we-
good job, Gorman.
Can we go through the gate and walk
I,
up there?
Let's see. I think I can see through his eyes.
All right, if you can do that, then yeah, we'll say you did that.
I thought you said you were able to.
Every time I try to think of how it works, I can only think of the 3.5 version. So let's look it up.
Yes, it's like if I'm, I can I can sense like within a mile.
Okay, so seeing through Gorman's eyes then as he flies up there, in the moments before you're dodging like the flat side of a halberd, you see just a little girl laugh and like, I don't know what the kids are doing, but like dab off in the direction of inside the city and run off.
Like a human?
Yeah, just like a human girl, probably 8, 10 years old maybe.
Awesome. While this is all going on, I'm going to use, as subtly as I can, use my minor illusion to just raise a chorus of laughter.
Yeah, the guard's kind of like looking around, trying to figure out who saw that. But just kind of dusts himself off and tries to go back to looking important, but the illusion's kind of wrecked.
I'll relay that to these guys and say it was a child, a prank. I don't know.
Awesome. If I see that girl,
I'm just distrustful of pranksters these days. Normally I would be laughing right along with you, but with the way that the pixies and the things have been going,
Just carry off in pony kegs and stuff.
What are you talking about? It's probably unrelated.
Probably.
Just
I could
precocious youths having fun.
Is she too far gone that like could I follow?
She
her?
is booking it.
All right.
It would be hard to catch her at this point.
All right. Well, I guess we'll.
you're just going to punish children for having fun now? What happened to you, man?
Listen, I'm just
Playboy,
making sure.
what is wrong?
Unless it's I'm suspicious now.
I'm a little
lot of
suspicious too,
things.
but she can run.
If it's just
We come across her again, though.
good-hearted fun, I'm all for it. But if it's some kind of fey creature trying to trick us or something,
Maybe it was Lucy.
you never know.
Sir, do you still have your shoes?
Yes.
Think we're safe.
No, fair enough.
Walk into the...
Fair enough. Let's go.
Just be on lookout.
But as I said that, I think we should all go get an extra pair of shoes.
Fair enough. Well, we've got some time, and we've got some money.
That we
Time
do.
and money.
That we do. So yeah, shall we health potion first?
Sure.
Let's go there.
Alrighty. Hooray! You've rested and bought health potions.
Yeah,
baby.
we are doing it. We already won today,
We're doing
man.
it.
Man, this is all bonus
is
time.
great.
This is great.
This
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
We will see how that preparation pays off.
Yeah, so then I'll pick out a good, like the best cobbler I know, and I'll
You
give
only
us
have
all
one of
shoes.
Get us all shoes. Very good.
One greater.
Pretty sure.
We'll just. Is there anything we can do? Like, if we can leave a down payment for additional health potions, or if he needs to purchase anything fancy like materials?
Could commission him to get some health potions done. I mean, he makes them. He does a fairly brisk trade in health potions, being the only source in town. But yeah, if you were to pay him in advance for a couple of them, or like put half down, he could guarantee that they'll be ready for you within a period of, let's see.
I'm just, I'm attempting to learn from my mistakes,
All right.
and those little things come in handy.
Yeah, they do.
2 days is what it is.
Yes.
It
We're
will
waiting
take him
for
2
2
days, but he can make up to 3 of them for you and guarantee that they'll be ready by then.
All right. Then I guess we'll just pay him in advance. I mean, why not?
Pay another 50.
Sure, is everyone okay with that?
Everyone just throw down another 50 for a...
Sure.
All right.
That's what we got it
I'll
for.
pay you today for a health potion on Tuesday.
Let me you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Ooh, I want a dragon burger.
should have stopped the metering. It was good though, man. I was surprised. We should tell Pablo.
Ooh, should tell Pablo.
Maybe he probably already knows.
Anything else we're doing in the?
I would actually like to
Cobbler.
stop by. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we're going to the nice cobbler. I bought you guys all shoes.
Oh,
Oh,
well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll pay you for
I'm surprised that you knew my
That's
size.
a lovely,
It's okay.
lovely
I grew up.
gesture.
I grew up in a shoe shop.
He's pretty good at eyeballing it.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
And then I would like to stop by Puddin' Pops.
Ah, very good.
Fancy shoes.
So you find
Well,
Pit and Pop out front of the store. He appears to have a big tray of ice. And he's got a couple of sticks in it, but he sees you and waves enthusiastically.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Oh, it's going well, thank you.
So, can I try one of these Puddin' Pops?
Well, free pudding pops is free pudding pops. Here you go.
Puddin' pops, puddin' pops.
Puddin' Pops, Puddin' Pops.
I mean,
So-
how much are they anyway?
Well, I'm asking a silver for them. Max, having tasted it, you think it's a little too much to ask
He
for.
gets them for free.
The silver's a little too much. One silver's a little too much.
Yeah, you think it's probably needs some work. So he's got it like solid and together,
Oh, I have some.
but he seems to have bonded it together with vegetable starch.
Yes!
So it's basically tapioca and carrot.
Yes!
That's the flavor you're getting.
Oh, speaking of carrot, I have a humongous carrot, don't I?
Yes.
Still strapped to my back.
You do in fact have an enormous carrot. Pit and Pop offers you 50 gold for it on the spot.
Ooh.
think
Do you need the full carrot in order to plant to harvest, I believe?
Well, I was hoping to sell it as a collector's piece, actually.
Oh no, I want to harvest this thing. This came from the Feywild.
The heck's a Feywild.
Yeah, you don't know. Anyways, I will pay you gladly a silver piece, and I will take that Puddin' Pop.
Oh, well, thank you very much. He's only got like 3. He seems
Yeah.
like he spent all of yesterday on this.
I'll be honest with him. Be like, you know what, man? It needs a little bit of work, but I think you got something here. I'm gonna think about this, and I'll get back to you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. We appreciate your input.
We should take one of these to Pablo and come back tomorrow.
Yes, I like just flavors like.
Oh, you're the Yelper. Get the hell out of here.
I think it's delicious. Maybe a touch of sweet ginger in there, and it'll be real good. Or
Ginger.
candy ginger.
chocolate.
We might. Yes, let's try the ginger.
It's sugar, syrup, something sweet.
Something
But
sweet.
it is real good. I like it.
Maybe honey. Whatever.
Honey, yes! Yeah, see, now you're thinking. Cool.
Needs
Puddin'
something
Pop.
to hold the shape. It's just pudding otherwise. All right.
Yeah, that's good, man. You're onto something. Hey, man, you got. What do you got for earrings in there?
Earrings? Well, I've got a few.
Because
Shows you a selection, like,
Yeah.
pawn shop quality earrings for the most part.
Okay. Is there a nicer shop in town?
Why do you want earrings?
Well, because I forget her name, because I'm a terrible employee and a bad dwarf clan member. But
Ophelia?
she gave
Wait.
me the
Anafi?
sapphires for the. There was.
Oh, right. The
The
yes.
dwarf.
Yeah, she had a name.
I mean, I would have
think I
forgotten
wrote it
anyway.
down.
Don't feel
She
bad.
was
Yeah,
so fast.
He suggests that the gentleman who runs the Flawless Blade dabbles in jewelry as well as martial craft.
Huh.
He warns you that he's a bit pompous.
Good to know.
That's the weapon shop. I see. Well, we do need to speak to a weaponsmith to see if they might make us some
That's a
low
good
temperature iron
Right.
weapons.
We do need that.
We were told that was important.
To the flawless blade, then.
I could use a. I mean, I don't. I don't.
Do you want some-
I like to.
some
I don't
cool
like to
lasers?
use weapons
Yeah.
often, but I would like to have. Maybe this spear. I could get the tip replaced with an iron tip. Something.
Yeah, we need something, cold iron.
Yeah, smart.
It's all
We're
right.
here. We should do it. Run
If
our
we want
errands.
to go do that
Let's do
in,
it.
in the next day or two, that would be all right. So anything else? So we need to go see. We don't need to go see Pablo, but tonight I would like to sit in our rooms and look at a couple of these things and see if I can figure it
Yep.
out.
Okay.
And then we do need to talk to someone about perhaps getting some cold iron weapons against fey creatures, which supposedly will help. And then,
According to this bird that you found.
according
in
to
the
this
middle of
bird
the
that
Super reputable source.
Damn.
I think so. And
Seems like it.
I think that's, and then we've stocked up on health potions.
Great.
So then we'll go see the wizard.
We're doing great.
Off to see the wizard. the
Running our
wonderful
errands.
Let's go to the flawless blade, then.
Wizard who's a dwarf.
Earrings and cold iron.
Earrings and cold iron.
Maybe earrings made out of cold iron.
To the flawless
Maybe.
blade.
The Flawless Blade. There is a... yep, that one is in the Trade District, not too far from Pin Pops. This is it's a nice sort of townhome-style building with the entire lower floor cleared away for the most clean and spotless forge you've ever seen in your life. Oh. And there is a rather dour-looking elven man standing behind the counter, who kind of gives you a quick look up and down. Welcome to the Flawless Blade. How may I be of assistance?
Well, now we're looking for some cold iron. Do you do anything like that?
Most iron's cold.
Well, right, but we need weapons to be made out of it. Different than other blades, I guess.
What my hammer-inclined fellow is endeavoring to impart to you, sir, is that we are looking for a forge master. What we require is a special tempering of iron into a weapon that generally would be considered not the traditional way to make an iron weapon. Forged in a low-heated fire that would perhaps... one would think would make it for a brittle weapon, but it can do damage to magical creatures that isn't particularly at surface level.
Picks up a book, flips through it. According to Salavash's wisdom, blessed be his name, the forging of weaponry is to be accomplished with steel as opposed to iron whenever possible, to allow for greater flexibility. Furthermore, if indeed you are to forge an iron implement of destruction, it would in fact be brittle to the point of near uselessness. I'm afraid I don't think my forge is going to produce the sort of work that you're after.
Interesting.
Well, let's see here. He sort of glances at his forge. No, I would have to retrofit it. Well, I can assure you that I have a wealth of highly effective implements here for your purchase. Perhaps we might find something that's within your price range.
How melted is my pudding pop at this point?
Pretty.
Great. So at this now, just because he's arrogant and I don't like him, I'm just gonna try to let it drip and make the biggest mess all over his nice pristine floor, and what have you. Subtly, you know.
He carries on the conversation to the best of his ability, but his eyes are glued to that stick and the gradually expanding puddle. He's trying to act like it doesn't bother him, and he's failing badly at it.
Good.
Well, I understand that maybe you can't outfit your forge, but do you know of anyone who could make something like that?
Oh, well, let me see. I suppose you could... You would be well advised to seek out Mr. Piddenpop for common forging items.
That's who makes these. They're really good.
It's not common, but it's also not.
Well,
I don't think he can see it. Maybe shake it around so we can see it up close.
What are you doing?
Come, gentlemen. It was a long shot. I thought that this forge, given its reputation, would be able to accommodate our unique request, but I assume it's probably outside of the realm of capabilities.
If you want useless, brittle implements, go talk to the owner of the Throne Shoe. Rest assured, his implements are probably the crudest in all of Faerun. Possibly his whatever items he has for sale are no doubt made at low forge flame and with inferior materials, if that's explicitly what you're looking for.
Well, I was also looking for a fine rapier to go along with, it was a gift from my father, Lionel Lizantho. You probably don't know him. Anyway, we'll be on our way, gentlemen.
Bye!
I guess we're leaving now.
Well, I think that went pretty well.
Well, that was a dead end.
Are all elves assholes?
Well, my
all of
relatives
fiction
are.
says yes, but
My relatives are, so I can only speak to that.
I mean, that
And,
guy
and
wasn't
that
so
gentleman
pleasant.
wasn't terribly. We
No.
might be distant cousins. I don't know. Honestly, I just sometimes people who deal with a lot of money will sit up when I mention Daddy's name, especially if I'm talking about spending his money, and they don't know that I can't spend it anymore yet.
Sure. Well, hopefully.
He may.
Some people might.
I was going to say, I wouldn't put it past Daddykins to, make
Well,
sure.
from what I've seen at Pin Bob's, I don't think he has what we want, and so this was a dead end. But I guess
we
we
can
want.
ask him about it later on.
Perhaps maybe tomorrow.
There's
before we
another.
leave.
There's another forge in town, the Throne Shoe. Is that
The
right?
Throne Shoe, yes.
Maybe we should double there tomorrow.
Maybe he'll be nicer.
before we leave.
Maybe, Playboy, maybe.
I was trying to put on the yeah, sometimes if you talk to these people in a way that they're accustomed to, sometimes you can,
Maybe you should
trick
leave
them.
me outside. You should tell me to leave when that's the plan.
Listen,
I don't have
listen,
much tolerance. for
Maybe
this.
I should just be
No,
talking
that
to
guy
everybody.
screw that guy. He was a jerk. Like, he deserved it. I was about to have
I
Gorman take a
guess.
poop right in the middle of the floor.
That would have been great.
But I said, you know what? I'll save it.
Is he like a cat? Can he just like?
Gorman, I know.
Does he
I
cough?
know.
Does he cough up hairball? Like,
He does this little like smoke every now
Now,
and
you're
then.
not sure where the hair's coming from.
I assume
But
what
it's
he
there
eats. I don't know.
nonetheless. Well, yeah,
Well,
perhaps we should just call it a day for now. Take a look at Betaview's journal.
I suppose so. Yes, I'll see if I can
Talk to Pablo,
I like
get
that.
information.
Very well. Back to the Rosethorn then.
and we'll check on the thorn shoe.
Throne shoe, like a
tomorrow.
horse, like a horseshoe.
Oh, I see now.
Yes.
Oh. I was just like, this old woman lives in a shoe.
I mean,
Just a
well,
big
if,
seat.
if there's a game of horseshoes to be played, we'll do it. On the morrow, gents.
Throne shoe, rose, thorn.
So we shall go to the. Yes, I know. Actually,
Yeah, really filling out your locations in Aeredale sidebar there.
What's our achievement status? How many more do we have to
Oh, geez. I'm
Map
not-
completion. We'll do it.
That's what we're going to do this session today is map completion.
I was not.
Hey, you're the one who edits. If you want to put a little achievement unlock thing down here, then
Yes.
more power to you.
7 out of 147.
But it's a dangerous precedent letting me suggest things for editing. Wow, I can't believe all of those lasers fell down from the sky. That explosion looks super expensive. I can't believe we had the budget for this.
Nice.
Meow, 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 meow.
All right. Yes. Then I will check in with Pablo. And how long has it been since we've been back here? Only a day. Like we
Yeah, a
spent
day or
last
so.
night.
Yeah, you spent last night at Fort Raven Branch, but
the day
like
before that.
yeah, the day before that you
Did
were in
we
Aeredale.
cruised out? Yeah.
Right.
So you like spent one night away from
Yes.
town.
Yes.
I'm homesick already.
Glad to be back. Hello, Pablo. How are
Ah, excellent! You're still alive. Welcome back.
you? As best we can be. We've learned a few lessons in the last couple days.
That's how
Look,
it goes.
Health potions.
Ah, there you go, my friend.
Yes.
Remember your dungeon etiquette.
Oh, yes.
We went to the Fey.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Look
What's
at
it
that
like
carrot.
Well, yeah, I got this there. It's
That is
really good.
Exceptional carrots.
Absolutely. I'm going to plant it when I get back home.
As well, you should.
Pablo, you seem like a well-versed person in many things, drinks included. Round for all of us.
Yes, please.
Ah, well, of course.
But I'm wondering
For my
if
favorite
you,
adventurers.
Well, thank you. I'm wondering if you have any experience with magic items, or seeing if you know anything about them, or like, are you an expert code cracker, perhaps?
I know a little bit. What can I assist you with?
I've got this journal that we found in the hands of a creature from the Fey, and it seems to be in some kind of code. And I'm thinking about pulling an all-night cram session to try to figure it out, but I thought maybe someone of your varied experience might have a clue.
Well, I could take a look at it
Point
if
me
you
in
like.
the right direction if you see anything that I should be looking for.
Some clues or hints or
Yeah.
something.
Picks it up. I know some of these words.
Well, that's a good start.
Okay, well, I can't make heads or tails of most of this writing, but this part is definitely an arcane ritual. You can see the little... It's using notations that... Yeah, a word like that. That seems like a justifiable reason. Yeah, this is clearly some sort of ritual.
Like a spell?
Not really a spell. It's more laborious than that.
It's some kind of outline of what?
Well, it calls for a pixie
Yeah.
Well, that makes
and
sense.
14 tons of brimstone.
Brimstone? You mean like...
Yes, hellfire and what have you.
Wait a minute.
Oh, no, I think I see what this... This is a ritual designed to empower a pixie with demonic power.
Well, that sounds awful.
Is that what they're up to? Well, that would explain the blink dogs, right? They're like...
Dumbbell.
Also, the evilness in general.
Dumbbell, you're right, because that was fire and pixies.
Dumbbell!
So that's what
That's
they're
very
trying
true.
to do.
They're trying to do that to everybody?
Okay.
I mean,
I don't think it would work on people. It would need to be a pixie first, and that seems like there's a non-trivial financial commitment to doing it, but
Fair enough.
if you could get the ritual... well, if you had the ritual before you, I suppose you could do it on a fairly regular basis, assuming you had a large supply of pixies.
And brimstone.
Well, and
Yes,
brimstone,
and
of course.
brimstone. But yeah, I guess that's what Bedivere was trying to do.
Yeah, you
Or
can
Vex
get
Mortem.
around that with some homebrew things. It's
Good to know.
Well,
can't
thank you.
summon
I
the
think-
flames directly from hell. Store-bought is also fun.
Wow.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for taking a look there. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Piece of the puzzle.
You should burn that.
It hurts my eyes just looking
I would
at it.
agree. We should burn that.
So it seems like they might be... Maybe that would explain why they're stealing things. If this is
To get enough monetary
you need
value?
some treasure and things like that to
Make a
amass
lot
enough
of
money.
dumbbells.
And other things too. I don't
boy.
know that, but that might be her plan.
The Queen Below.
Yes, but that would make some sense. They are doing some strange things with Fey magic and the powers below, perhaps like fiendish powers.
Yeah, I mean, the
Things
Vex
like
Mortem are the evil ones, so...
Yes, exactly, Ghourd. We should. They're the evil ones. Absolutely.
They're the fiendish ones is what I mean.
They sure are. They're
Because the
definitely
Satyrs, they
dabbling
were
with-
real nice.
They're dabbling with powers that Helm would very much not approve of. So we should.
I'm pretty sure Helm is not a fan of demons.
Well, hell no.
Indeed.
see if we
Hashtag
can,
Helm no.
we'll see if we can figure out any more of this code. I don't know that I'll have any much more luck than Pablo, but
I certainly think that was a really important piece of information. I don't know what else.
you're
is
going
in
to
there.
spend some time with that fancy dagger of yours.
Yep.
See if that does anything.
Whatever he concocted in that.
We
fire
have
pan.
also that drunkard, that Bedivere, and that's a low insult coming from me. I mean, my God.
I would say so.
But like Bedivere had this hat, I believe, that I have yet to figure out what this hat does.
You just kept that?
I just grabbed everything, man. It's what I do.
Well, put it on. Let's see what it looks like.
Well, okay. It's a cool hat.
Cool hat.
Is it a cool hat? Is it kind of foppish? Like, what sort of hat is it? Is it like
It's a little bit foppish, but yeah.
Like your
What
keyboard
does
elf.
his hat do? Let's do.
Do you feel any different?
I feel slightly more fashionable.
It doesn't immediately set your hair on fire or anything like
That's
that.
good.
damn?
I mean, if I can't figure out what this thing does, but it seemed like it was a bit different, I think.
That's fair.
But
Yada yada and or yada. Let's find the thing.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
However many adventures ago that was. How
it
far
was a
we've
few.
come, right?
It was a few.
Yeah, sure.
And I think I almost died in that one too. I was the first one out.
Well, that hardly.
That's just par for the course.
Hardly limits. But it's okay, man. But if it weren't for you, I mean, I like shit. dying at boss fights, but honestly, we wouldn't have got there. There's like at least 3
Very
times
true.
I can think of where
Here we
we've
go.
been asleep and you haven't been,
Also
and
true.
like that's real. So.
Listen, I love too much. That's my problem. That's why I keep dying. I just give it my all. Just don't want to die so fast.
I was just glad one divine smite took down Dumbbell, or else that would have been
That would have been a much different fight.
It's cool. I'm not still salty about
Yes,
Dumbbell.
keep rubbing it in, Ghourd. Your uppance will come, my friend.
What were we, level 1 and I managed to do that?
No, were we level 1? We might have been level 2.
I think you were level 2.
Okay.
I think we were only level 1 for like 2 episodes.
Regardless, I didn't
We've
have
been level 2 for a while. Now we're level 3, which is great.
Bum-ba-da. We'll just put,
Okay,
we'll just put,
Appendix D,
we'll just
magic
put
items.
Betaview's hat on it. We'll superimpose Betaview's hat on it.
It's a fancy hat.
All right. Actually, something does happen when you put it on.
Oh,
boy.
Hair on fire. Hair on fire.
Hair is not on fire. However, you look. Let's see.
well, this is what I have to work with, so it's already a dull palette.
Jaastien now looks like a ethereal fey creature. Like his elf features get elfier, and his fingers elongate slightly.
What's going
And
on?
his clothes turn into the diaphanous gowns that nymphs wear.
You just became a caricature of yourself, Playboy.
Am I hot?
Get this guy a mirror. Get this guy a mirror.
Bamp.
Oh my god! I'm gorgeous! I've never taken this off.
Okay.
What?
It is a hat of the Fey.
Oh.
While wearing it, you resemble in all ways a Fey creature, and you gain advantage on any social check made with a Fey creature.
Can I choose what I look like?
When you concentrate on it, yeah, you're able to make minor modifications, but it doesn't change your size or anything.
But I couldn't be like satyr and look like a satyr.
Yeah, you can think real hard about it, and you can get hairy goat legs, but it doesn't physically change your bone structure at
So
all.
I just look like a.
Yeah, you look like a satyr wearing shoes.
I look like I belong.
You can't really get the
Sort
hoods
of.
right, but
All right, fair enough. Well, cool. That's neat.
What does he look like,
Yoink.
Jaastien?
you see Jaastien in him, yeah.
Okay.
Just like Squidward and Handsome Squidward. Kind of difference. It's still recognizable, but very different.
I gotcha.
Is that joke copyrighted? I don't think so.
I hope not. I don't think so.
I think we're
All right. Well, hey, that's cool.
I guess so.
Yeah, not really my style, but
Same.
I don't know.
I
You
can
should, you should try it on. I'm gonna try it on.
No, I know.
Ghourd.
I don't want to try it on.
All right.
I don't think diaphanous goes well with root vegetables and country.
It doesn't.
Fair enough. All right. Pablo, was that cool or what?
That's pretty neat, yeah.
I have a hat.
I suppose I should mention that if I have a magic item identifying service for 5 gold an item,
Well, that's good to know in the future.
yeah, you can just
Now
hang
he
them on the
tells
door
us.
at night, and I'll come by and leave you a note.
Well, that is excellent.
This
I mean-
place just gets better.
You want him to look at
Hey.
your dagger?
Yeah, I'll try
we
to sleep
we
on it.
cater to a specific clientele.
I'll try to sleep on it and see how it goes.
Yes. No, that,
All
that
right,
is-
then.
that is excellent. Is there anything further that I should learn from this? That you can tell me of this magical item? I will gladly use your service.
Don't get it wet.
Oh, okay. Probably should have thought of that before I jumped into that pool the other day, but
Yeah.
all right, it was in the bag. It's fine.
Yeah,
Water in
no,
the
I
bag.
guess I will hand him 5 gold
Water
and my
tight.
dagger. Here you go. Check this out.
This is interesting. Dwarven work, but exotic materials for dwarves.
Very.
The rubies make sense, but the tortoise shell is interesting.
Yeah.
That's what he asked for.
Just don't ask how we got it.
+1 enhancement bonus. and grants you advantage against the spells and spell-like abilities of Fey creatures.
Ah.
Well,
That's handy.
that'll certainly be handy where we're going. Unfortunately, I don't have anything magic, so.
Give it time. These things just sort of fall into your lap, in my experience.
You have magic tree goo.
I do.
Maybe he could tell you what that does. That's
I
pretty
suppose so.
fancy. That's magical.
I got this from the satyrs in the Feywild.
This is so he
Some
can
holy tree sap, I guess.
This is so he can smell good.
Mind if I-
Patchouli.
They said we should anoint him with it.
Yes.
100.
Very,
A big tree.
very big tree.
Well, I'm getting transmutation magic off of it, but it seems inactive.
Interesting. Maybe I have to put it on or something.
Possibly. It's unusual.
Didn't they say something specific like you had to do it in like in presence of hell, like you had to do it,
Or like while invoking your god's name.
Gotcha.
so we have to like activate it.
Praise Helm! Does it glow or anything?
It doesn't do anything special.
I think this is going to be like a long thing.
You'll need to take
probably be
a
some-
little while to make it do any tricks.
Well, I would imagine it's probably temporary, so I'm not going to do it yet. But thank you for looking at it.
We don't know that. Maybe it's not. Let's see. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe in like if we know we're going somewhere in a day and like
Yes.
the night before get ready.
Yeah, we still have a
Type thing.
day to wait for the wizard, so.
All right.
Very well. Anything else you want from the bartender?
We'll just have some little low key drinks tonight. nothing too much too exotic for us tonight, but I think a well deserved rest. A
Yes.
couple days of rest and recuperation is
2 long rests.
in a row.
We're certainly doing better on that front.
Killing it.
Illinsworth, but before we go to bed, I had something to ask you.
Look, I know you thought you looked good in that hat. I'm not interested.
That's fine. I get it, man. It's
Okay.
cool. It's cool. But so you seem like a man who knows his way around this town and has a lot of connections, right?
Okay.
I am concerned that my father might be trying to keep tabs on me, and I'm kind of tempted to keep tabs on him. I'm just wondering if there's any way that you might know someone who could keep us informed of his comings and goings. At least in Aeredale.
Yeah.
And if there's any costs incurred during those types of excursions that you need to pay a messenger or an informant, obviously I would be willing to foot the bill for those types of things. Hopefully it's not too expensive. We are, limited funds. Not all of us have fancy daggers. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We also use all of our funds for health
But it was
potions.
just I don't know, what do you think of a plan like that? I think that we're starting to show up on the radar of some, whatever radar is. I don't know. It's just a word I made up.
No, it's a highly technical magical term that
Yes.
refers to divinations and
Yes.
the
We're showing up
Yes.
on the scrying
On the scrying, there we go.
of maybe of parties that we would rather not.
I mean, I could talk to somebody, but if you, if you're, I mean, he has people that work for him, right?
He does. Yes.
So, I mean, I would say getting a hold of a housekeeper, someone who's already in his employ, would probably be a better plan than like having
An
some
outside
outsider.
source.
Sure. Maybe we can.
Would be my first thought.
Sure. I don't. The household staff knows me as persona non grata. I'm sure.
Right, but
And,
that
Plus, how many of them have you dated?
All probably all of them.
Well, that's a good question, actually.
You on good terms with any of them?
All of them?
Okay, I'll talk to somebody tomorrow.
I mean, dated is such a broad term. I mean,
Right.
Sure.
So how many did you leave?
I've
we're
had
Exactly
encounters.
that kind of talking that got got Elliot really mad at you.
All entirely consensual. Never mind. You know what? Let's go to bed.
Whoa.
Just something to think about is all I'm saying.
Curiously specific denial there,
Yeah.
but okay.
Yeah.
Your personal endeavors are your own business.
That's
Agreed, Ghourd.
very
You
well.
don't need to know all the dirty details.
All right, so talking to someone tomorrow then, basically?
Yeah, I'll go talk to Steve.
Alrighty.
Steve!
And then yes,
Yeah.
then we're going to the throne shoot, and then I think we're.
And the
we're-
wizards. So many errands.
Off to the Wizard of
I know
Oz.
we had a lot of
The wonderful
shopkeeping
Wizard
to
of
do.
Bob.
The wonderful Wizard of Bob.
Yes, the wonderful wizard named Bob. Anyway. Okay, now I didn't think the campaign had some Wizards of Oz influence until somebody mentioned it, and now I can't unsee it. Anyway.
It happened a lot of well,
Are my new shoes red ruby slippers?
they might be.
Yes.
No, that would be much more expensive.
It's probably
Much
They
more.
were expensive.
They're red leather.
However, Jaastien.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Our
ready.
third long rest.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Sweet, sweet
Alrighty,
dreams.
so you have a dream tonight.
Oh, good.
Now, I'm going to have you do something. I would like you to, at disadvantage, roll insight.
You're not wearing the hat to bed, are you?
No, I'm not.
I'm gonna start sleeping with that dagger under my pillow just to keep away the bad dreams.
Disadvantage. I don't have a very good insight. Ooh. Yeah. That's gonna do it. That's a 6.
Okay,
Insight.
interesting. I'll keep that in mind. So what happened?
What happened was.
This time, you are flashing back to your childhood, sitting in a library, trying really, really hard to write in the Elven script. And time again, your tutor will wrap you across the knuckles with a small switch. As they
It's those
often,
little dots above the U's. I can never.
yeah, the umlauts are
It's just
elvish umlauts are difficult as hell, and it's just not. Yeah, you keep trying, and it's just not getting there, and you're finding yourself more and more frustrated as you continue to get your knuckles wrapped, until eventually you turn around on your tutor and fire an eldritch blast at him.
Ooh.
He sort of dissolves into smoke,
Oh no.
and you hear your heartbeat in your ears. You kind of look down at the hand you used to do the eldritch blast, and you can see the blood moving through your veins. You just become extremely aware of it, and you hear a sound and look up to find that where your teacher once stood is now your father, Lionel. And instead of a switch, he is holding a rapier,
Oh no.
which he proceeds to drive into your chest. He's saying something that you can't quite make out, and then you bolt upright in bed with the iciest feeling in your chest.
Always hated that tutor. I need a drink. And I wander downstairs and get something strong from Pablo.
Yeah, he's somehow there. It's like 2 a.m. He's still down there washing a glass.
Liquor.
You want to feel good about it, or do you want to feel terrible about it?
I think I want to feel bad about it.
All right.
You know how this story ends.
He hands you a frothing mug of ale.
Oh God. This isn't the thing with the bread, right? They don't pass on.
No,
All right,
it's
great.
too late for that.
All right.
That's Diamond Lake's finest.
Great. Then I'll just silently drink it rather quickly.
It's hard to drink quickly.
Oh,
It tastes like watery, just like obviously watered down ale with a hint of something truly vile tasting in it, almost like peat. And it complements your misery nicely. It's a wonderful drink to feel shitty with.
Pablo, could I borrow a quill and some parchment?
Sure. Here you go, man.
I start writing in Elven. Perfect Elven.
Yeah, that tutor sucked. He made you write with your right hand, even though you were left-handed.
Yes. It's terrible. All right. And then after doing that and finishing my drink, I'll head back up to my room. Try to go back to sleep.
You managed to get to sleep. The crappy ale helps with that.
Yes. And I will first thing in the morning I will tell my friends about this.
God damn it, this again? Okay.
Well, you had one too now?
Yes. I think fate is intertwining herself with us, gentlemen. And an uncomfortable menage a trois, as it might be. What is the word?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Listen, Ghourd, listen. You'll know soon enough. I am. So I just tell them about the dream. My father is. There's something about my blood that is involved, and my bloodline and my family's. But I had a dream that I killed my elven teacher, and who taught me elven script, not because they were an elf, but they were. Anyway, and then my dad was there, and he killed me.
Well, that's not good.
Did I recognize the rapier that he was holding?
This point, I want you to roll straight wisdom.
Okay.
Let's see how well you remember it.
Good.
I have a good feeling about this.
A 15?
Oh, 15, yeah. You think you have seen it. He's never drawn it, but he does own a rapier that you have seen with his effects. He brings it on hunting trips.
Very well. I'll keep an eye out for that dagger, for that rapier. Just cuz.
Well, someone evil is certainly playing with us in our minds.
Just in an effort to be a little more open, because, like, I didn't tell you about the altar thing until a little while after, and I feel bad about that, and events transpiring as they have, I feel like it's important that we all keep all of our cards on the table. So that's
Well, I've done nothing less.
all I'm trying to do. And Ghourd, we appreciate you for it. You are a forthright, stalwart member of this company.
I certainly try to be.
Stalwart
Stalwart.
member of this.
Stalwart. Precisely.
Great. Well, if we're all done talking about our feelings, I'm going to go find Steve.
Great.
We can check out the thorn shoe while you do that.
Throne shoe.
Throne shoe.
So you guys going to the throne shoe, you're going to Steve. Okay, let's do Steve first. You find Steve.
Steve! Give a big hug from the underground up.
How you
Like,
doing?
hey, man, sorry I yelled at you last time.
It seemed like you were having a bad day, and I did lose your letter. Sorry about
It's
that.
all right. Hey, so we found the hunters. The Grove's back. The hunter's back.
Yeah,
everything's safe?
I saw the lady back in town the other day.
So, I needed somebody to keep an eye on a high-profile member of town.
How
How do you feel about it?
how high profile are we talking here?
Oh, a certain rich jackass elf.
You don't have too many. Oh God, the Lysander guy. Oof. All right.
Or if you got anyone in there that
Mask. All right. No, it's like I don't have an inside person there.
You Okay.
Now, if we need him, like, if we can keep tabs on him, if that's what we're looking for, I can probably help you with that, but I can't do it for free.
Oh no, I'm not asking for it for free.
Yeah, just laying it out there, man. I got mouths to feed.
Of course.
I mean, I don't have kids. I mean,
I wasn't gonna call you that.
you know, a lot of people work for me, and they need me to pay their check. So if I'm gonna have them tailing somebody, I gotta let them know they're getting paid for it.
But you gotta make him good, man. This elf is terrifying. Have you met him? Have you talked to him?
I'm still alive, so no.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So yeah, you let me know. Like, how much is it gonna cost?
Well, let's see here. How long you need them tailed for?
Let's start with like a week.
Start with a week. All right. Let's see here. If I put Timmy on that one, and
Good old Tim.
can you get together 20?
Yeah.
20 gold? That should get me through a week.
Tell you what, I'll give you 25 right now.
My man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Finger guns.
I understood that reference.
Cool. You yeah, but on the down low, man.
Look who you're talking to.
Yeah, I know. But what happened with the letter and the hunters?
Okay, now
Okay.
the woods being full of spooky
Okay.
porcupine people is not something I could reasonably foresee. All right.
I mean, all right. Cool. So you know where we're gonna be staying? I'll come find you.
I will stay out of the woods. I like this idea. This does not involve going to the woods.
No, sir. No woods. You just stay in town. Cool.
All
Thank you.
right. All right. Sounds like we got a deal, man.
Good doing business with you.
No problem. I'll let you know what's up.
I'll go find my friends.
You guys. The Throne Shoe.
I certainly hope this place is better than the last, Ghourd.
I do too, because that guy had no idea what I was talking about.
I know. All we're asking him to do
He
is
was
make
clearly
something.
an idiot.
All we want him to do is make us crappy weapons. I mean,
I guess so.
I don't know what the problem was.
He didn't want the money, apparently.
Is this some kind of like lost arcane art? I mean, like make me something out of iron. Steel is great, but iron. Let's do it.
I don't know.
I don't know. I want to
Seems
replace
like it
them.
would be cheaper. Seems like it would be. I don't know.
It'd be less work for them, and they still make money. I don't
Exactly.
understand. He's just a pretentious weaponsmith, I suppose.
Certainly seemed
Although
that
if you
way.
want a really cool like hammer, you would look like. What if they shaped?
That's very true.
What if they shaped? Listen. Let's get them to make you a hammer that's shaped like the head of it is like a carrot, so it's got a point on the end of it.
Whoa.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be awesome.
I'm picturing it in my head right now. You look totally badass, man. Like totally cool.
I can see it.
Just something to think about. I don't. Maybe we'll get.
Bear that in mind. Yeah. No, it's you guys come up to the Throne Shoe. It is not literally shaped like a shoe. It's a squat one-story building. The door and the windows are both open, and like smoke is pouring out.
Excellent. Looks like they're open.
And within, you see an enormous, thickly muscled, half-orcan man just pounding on a horseshoe with a hammer.
Oh, he's a half-orc.
Yes.
That's exciting. Great.
Hey there, are you able to make me a maul that's shaped like a carrot?
Go, one thing at a
Whoa!
time, Ghourd.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the Throne Shoe. Please come in. Looking for a hammer.
I was just wondering if you could make a maul with a mallet that's shaped like a carrot.
Oh, more. Well, normally
It's like a big hammer, I think.
Oh, well, I know
Yeah, like
what
this.
maul is. I normally don't do too much trafficking weapons. Mostly they're looking for implements. There's a flawless blade in town that makes weapons if you like being
Yeah, we
talked
went to
down
them. We don't
to.
like him.
Oh,
Our experience there was less.
so you went to him and you're coming to me instead.
Yes,
So a maul shaped like a carrot is what you was looking for.
just the mallet shaped like a carrot.
All right. I suppose I could do that. Need to get my materials together. All right. Well, let's see here. Let me take your measurements.
Well, yeah, sure.
Tape measure. Oh, you got one already. All right, I could use that as a template.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's all right. The carrot bit might be tricky.
I'll do my best.
Cool.
Yeah, all right. So,
What else were we here for?
Well, we do have another bit of business that we'd like to throw your way. It's a bit unorthodox, I suppose.
Right,
But
cold iron.
so we have need of iron weapons, and I understand
good.
that they are not terribly. Steel is far more common for a weapon
I
construction.
can't really afford steel. Not enough to make weapons out of it. So iron would be what I could do for you. Unless you could provide me with some steel ingots.
I'm sure we could procure that for say a custom piece like your. Cool
I don't know.
hammer.
I'd like it to be made out of iron. That's what we
Oh,
came
we
for.
could, we could like put the. I see what you're saying. Yes,
Yeah.
we can procure the materials unless you need them, unless you have them on hand.
Well, no, if iron is what you want, well, that's great.
So I have a spear here, and I pull out just an old trinket, really walking stick. But if I could get an iron tip for this spear,
It could be done easily enough.
and I believe
It needs to be cold iron.
yes, I don't know if you know anything about.
Oh, coal forged iron.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
well,
that a
nobody
thing?
asked for that, and well, nobody's ever asked me for that.
But that is a thing. I understand.
Oh, of course, I used to make them all the time. It's part of the back where I grew up. Some of the older smiths still worked that way. Said they was good for fighting demons.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes,
I think that's what we need them for. So perfect. We came to the right person.
Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with the technique. I could replicate it for you.
Yes.
Easy bit is that my forge doesn't get, can't get the flames going too high and burn my ceiling down. Actually, most people don't come to me for weapons because the forge is too cold to get them all proper tempered like. But, if you're looking for that, now keep in mind it is going to be a little bit less, but it's not going to last as long. You're gonna see lots of gouges in it. It'll need more upkeep and more tender love and care for you when you're wielding them. But I could certainly make them for you.
That would be excellent. I think we would need a maul for this fine gentleman.
I believe so.
I think
More's a tricky bit, but you need just a spearhead.
A spear tip.
And then
a
rapier.
Have you met us here yet? Are you here yet?
At this point, sure. It was not
Would
a
you
super
like?
long.
I was going to say we could get him some daggers or a rapier or maybe both.
Yeah, I
And
just
what
seen
would
him.
your preference be, Illinsworth?
Oh,
Oh, hi there.
oh, hey, good to see you guys.
Oh, where'd you come from?
Very sneaky.
He is very sneaky.
Also, if you
enough.
have a
You get
bell or
used to
something,
it.
we could put on him.
Don't
I'm just kidding.
Iron's no good for bells, not little ones.
No.
A clapper doesn't move enough.
Makes sense.
I'd take some arrowheads.
All right.
Oh yeah, that would work.
Oh, that's a good plan. I wasn't thinking that.
I was going to take up the forge for a minute, but yeah, I could do some arrowheads. I got some scrap iron, would do fine.
Perfect.
Great. Then we would like to commission these weapons as soon as you're able, my good sir. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Oh, it's Aeredale.
Oh,
Nice to meet you.
Aeredale and Aeredale.
Yeah, well, I didn't think of it that way, but yeah. I think I get more business with being named after the town, which is
well,
what
we
I've
will
decided I'm
certainly
going
be
to tell
sending
people.
we'll be sending our business your way, and anyone who happens to ask, because you have been just exceptionally pleasant, my good sir.
Oh, well, it's no big deal. It's just customer service.
Yes, well, it's hard to come by in your field, apparently.
Yeah,
At
especially
least
at
in this
the
town.
flawless blade.
Oh, that guy's an asshole.
Right?
Charges too much, too.
Fair enough.
We tried to.
How
even
much
talk
do you
to
think
him.
all this will run us?
Well, let's see here. We're going to hire the forge. Let me see if we could take...
And I'll certainly pay extra for the custom head.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Let's see here. So we're looking at 3 weapons. Well, 2 weapons and a bunch of arrowheads. Arrowheads might take longer, but the maul... I could have all 3 of them ready for you in a week. Why don't we call it... let's say, can you do 150?
Total?
Yeah, for the 3 of you.
I think so. I mean, how much? I got 80 left.
Yes, I have money for that.
I'll throw in 100.
Oh, I was gonna say 75. I was gonna do 75.
Well, if you're all splitting it, that's fine by me.
I just want to see you carry a big carrot.
I know. I want to.
I'm already carrying a big
paying.
carrot.
I'm paying
well,
for
no,
the hammer.
Detailing work is I
for
could
the
do
hammer.
like functional, but artisanal work is not my forte. I'll do my best to get you a carrot.
Oh, as long as it's functional, that's fine.
I think it's going to look.
I could definitely make it, a hurt when you swing it.
I think
Perfect.
That's going to be fantastic, and I love everything about it.
Fine. If you want to give, I took care of your thing, Playboy. By the way.
How much do I owe you for that?
Okay.
Oh, all right. Then let me just pick up the bill here, gentlemen. Let me do it.
As you like.
Oh, well, thank you.
150.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, well, payment up front. I'll get started. Take me about a week. But here, let me write you out a letter here. There you are.
Thank
As
you.
if my apprentices happen to be working that day, it's your receipt.
Well, thank you very much. Help me with it,
Very
sir.
obvious.
You
I
as
bet.
well. Thank you for stopping at the Throne Shoe.
Always will certainly be back, I'm sure.
If your friends like the weapons, tell them you got them here. If they think they're ugly, tell them you got them at the Flawless Blade.
I certainly
Not a
will.
problem.
Deal.
Thank you, Mr. Aeredale.
You're welcome.
And a good day to you.
And you as well.
Well, he was much more pleasant.
Yeah,
Much
that was
more
way
pleasant.
better.
Far, far. Yes. All right.
Well, then, I think we've gotten everything we've done.
We are due to meet with the wizard at the end of the day.
To the meadery.
Two
Oh, health potions to pick up, perhaps.
meadery.
That was going to be 2 days.
You might well want
that was
to pick
gonna
up
be
the
two
health
days.
potions.
Then we'll have a nice collection going.
Oh, so tomorrow morning, and then head up.
No, I think we're going today. He said it would be done in 2 days. Can we pick up the potions today, or do we have to?
You can pick up the potions today.
Fair enough.
I thought we'd spend the night at the meadery. Night
That's
out
what I
on
was
the town.
thinking.
Just in case the wizard's not there.
Maybe they still
Yeah,
have some
that
more of
works.
that dragon burger.
Oh, yes.
That
It was
works.
a pretty hefty guy that we carried over there. Maybe they're still working on it. I don't know.
It was pretty big. Biggest
All
I've
right.
ever seen.
Yes.
So,
Then yes, we head up
Technically
to the.
true. The best kind of true.
Technically correct.
So then how many...
Health potions did we get?
We got
We
3 more?
Yeah.
3.
3 more for you. So
Small
one
health
each.
potions, right?
Yeah, regular.
Cool.
That's what you're paid for, so I hope so.
Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
So I got 3 small and 1 greater. Is what I'm carrying.
I think that's right. I think everybody else has. Do I have 3? I think I have 3 now. Yes, I have 3. And you should have 3 as well. I think we all have 3.
Yep.
Great. All right.
Dun, dun, to the meadery.
Yes. I will have restocked on rations and things like that too. Just to have
The essentials, very well.
yes, all the basic stuff.
We need our jerky.
All
We
right,
need our
so with health potions and iron rations in hand, you head back to the meadery, and I think that is where we will need to pick up next time.
Sounds good.
Thank you for joining us tonight, folks. Have a good night.
Ew.